Wow. I am recording. All right, one of the things that we wanted to go over, some of the things that we wanted to go over today were the terms judo, the term obi, the term gi, and the term aikido. So let's help folks out with their spelling. Judo is a martial art that is primarily a throwing martial art. Throwing somebody over your hip, reaping with your leg, and that is spelled J-U-D-O. Obi, O-B-I, is the belt that we wear in karate. Obi means sash, so it's a belt that you tie instead of one with a buckle. Gi is clothing or a uniform. In this case, this is a karate gi, a karate uniform. Also, you could call it a keiko gi, a workout uniform. And that is G-I is gi. And then Aikido is a martial art that uses joint techniques to unbalance and throw people. And Aikido is spelled A-I-K-I-D-O. So judo was founded by a man named Jigoro Kano. Jigoro Kano. This is Professor Kano, founder of the martial art known as judo. Very dapper gentleman with a big bushy mustache. So when you do judo, very often you begin by taking grips with a partner. After taking grips with a partner, you both try to throw each other at the same time. In order to get good at throwing somebody, you have to have partner practice. The thing about judo is that you have to learn how to fall if you're going to be thrown. So we do several different break falls. And Mrs. Levitz, I believe, did side fall with you in a previous class. So there are other break falls. There's a forward roll. There's a back fall or a backward roll. And of course, there's a front fall. And all of these are ways of falling to mitigate the amount of damage that you get from being thrown. So I'll show you two of our basic throws that we do just so you can see what some judo looks like. One over this way, please. This is my attacker, Miss Johnson. And we're going to begin by getting judo grips, right hand on the collar and left hand on the sleeve by the elbow. And the first throw I'll show you is Osotogari. That's a throw where we throw them backwards. So I unbalance, I step behind, and I knock her down. She did a wonderful side fall. The next throw, which is very common for us, is called Ogoshi, and that means big hip. And that's a hip throw where she has to do a forward roll kind of over my hip. So I unbalance, reach, grab the belt, turn it all the way around, bend my knees, lift her up on my hips, and throw across my body. Thank you. So, judo is currently an Olympic sport, and it's practiced very safely. But judo came from jujitsu. And remember earlier we talked about jujitsu being the gentle art. And that was the techniques of jujitsu. Judo is kind of more of a path to personal perfection. So to that end, judo was jujitsu made safer. So in the two throws that we did, we both had grips, we threw each other on a mat, and we used the uniform. But in jujitsu, they would use your arm or your face to throw you. They would break a joint to throw you using that. So it's a little more dangerous. When Dr. Kano, or Professor Kano, made judo, he wanted it to be something that people could practice safely so that the art of jujitsu could continue as judo. And of course, judo means gentle way. Ju is gentle, do is way. On the other hand, there's Aikido, which also came from jujitsu. And we're going to be going over a couple of Aikido techniques today that I'll get to show you. But one of their mainstays is a wrist lock. And we'll also show you another one called an armbar. Aikido, I is harmony, ki is energy, and do is way. So it's the way of harmonizing with energy, or some people just call it the way of harmony. The founder of Aikido is this gentleman, Morihei Ueshiba Sensei. Sometimes also just called O-Sensei, great sensei. So he created Aikido and took out a lot of the strikes that are in jujitsu. So instead of throwing somebody by hitting them and breaking them and knocking them to the floor, he would use the joint manipulation to off-balance them and knock them down. So in a way, he was trying to make it safer. But if you ask me if I'd rather have my rib broken or if I'd rather have my wrist broken, I'm going to go with rib because wrists don't heal well at all. So we'll show you a couple of Aikido techniques as well. So first, a basic wrist lock, kind of how we do it, and you can just watch this one. I get grabbed on the shoulder. I find that hand. I step back to pull my partner off balance. I take that hand off of me. The other hand comes up to help. I bring it to my center, and then I'm going to bend the wrist further than it would like to go. And when it hurts, this Johnson taps. Now, this is very basic, but in Aikido, they might do this technique from a punch. So you're going to punch with your right, and you're going to step in when you do it, and they blend with that strike and then turn into a wrist lock to knock somebody down. And that's done very often in Aikido, using that wrist lock to unbalance somebody after they throw a punch. You might also notice that I am wearing a silly uniform of pajamas. This is known as the gi, the karate gi. There are three main parts to the gi, to our karate gi. There are the pants, which are called zubon, Z-U-B-O-N, zubon. There's the top, which is called the uwagi, U-A-G-I, uwagi. And then there's the belt, which is called the obi, O-B-I. There are different colors of belts, and these denote ranks in martial arts. And there are different colors all the way up to black. And then black belt is usually just black until you get to other levels. And then there's a red and white belt, and then eventually a red belt. But the obi will often tell you how long somebody's been training. If they've got a black belt, sometimes 2 years, sometimes 5 years, sometimes longer, depending upon the organization. As far as the gi goes, people think that martial artists have been wearing this uniform for thousands of years. Some people even think it was hundreds of years. The truth is, this uniform came about in the 1950s with the creation of judo. So the judo people wore something like this, and eventually the karate people wanted a uniform because they were just wearing whatever they came to class wearing. And you don't want to mess that stuff up. So you get something with pretty rough cotton fabric that you can get sweaty and people can pull on and it doesn't tear. And that's why we have the karate gi today. So it's not that old, basically, not even 100 years old. All right, you can put those notebooks away. And I'm done talking for now, so let's get you sweaty. Miss Johnson, please center up. right there. That's it. That's it. Yes, you had some.
Oh, what would you like me to do?
Let's warm them up.
Warm 'em up. All right. Okay, let's warm up the muscles we use for punching and kicking. So first we're gonna start off with a torso twist. Arms up in front of you, and we're just gonna twist from side to side. During this twist, try to make sure that your hips are facing forward the whole time so that you're only engaging your core muscles. So twist from side to side at whatever pace you wanna go to. We'll do this for about 20 seconds.
And you had some dynamic stretching as well.
Yeah. You want me to do any core exercises? Or? Okay. To get deeper into the stretch, you can breathe out as you turn. Breathe in as you come forward. Breathe out again as you turn. All right, let's warm up the muscles that we use for kicking by just doing a leg swing, back and forth. If you have trouble balancing, you can hold on to something that's close to you, or you can just place your foot on the ground after each swing. That's if you have trouble balancing. If you don't, then just try to keep going. We'll do this for 15 seconds. Try to get higher and higher as you go. All right, switch feet. All right, let's get on the ground for some core exercises. First, we're going to start with some crunches. So get on your back. Feet planted on the ground in front of you. Curl your hips so that they curl your hips into your belly button so that you're engaging your core. Hands behind your head or behind your neck for support. Now, while we're doing the crunches, don't use your hands to bring yourself up. Just engage your core. We're gonna do 20 of these. Ready? Each. Knee. Sun. Shi. Go. Roku. Siji. Hachi. Ku. Ju. Each. Knee. Sun. Shi. Go. Roku. Siji. Hachi. Ku. Ju. All right, let's roll over onto our stomachs. We're gonna do some back bows with some pulls. All right, hands out in front of you, like you're a superwoman. What we're gonna do is you're gonna back bow up and then pull your arms straight back, like you're rowing the boat. And then back out and down. We're gonna do 20 of these. If you try to hover over the ground and not touch it, if you need to, go ahead and touch for a second, but then continue on the next count. Ready? Each. Knee. Sun. Shi. Go. Roku. Siji. Hachi. Ku. Ju. Each. Knee. Sun. Shi. Go. Roku. Siji. Maji. Ku. Ju. All right. Take a couple breaths for a second. Okay, we're gonna do a dynamic stretch. So everybody up into downward dog. Try to put your butt as high in the air as you can in an A-frame shape. If you can, get your heels on the ground, that's good. If not, up here is just fine. So hold this for a couple breaths. And then go out into a plank. Flip your feet over. And then up into an upward dog. Take a couple breaths here. Get back on your toes and push back up into a downward dog. And just do this a few times at your own pace. I'll tell you when to stop. Okay, everybody up? Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson. Okay. As we go through basics and as we go through kicks, one of the things I'd like to remind you of is it's not as important to keep up with how fast we're going right now. The reason that we repeat these things several times is to give you the opportunity to do them as much as you can and to give you the opportunity to see these techniques happen as much as you can. So if you're not kicking as high as the person demonstrating, that's fine. If you're not doing it as fast as the person demonstrating, that's fine. But of course you should try. But concentrate on form right now. Concentrate on getting it right and not so much hitting hard or hitting fast. The speed and the power will come. For now, all you have to do is work on technique. And especially when we're doing something like pivot kick routine, which is not easy, that's a definite time to take a moment, see what you're doing, move slowly, be careful, and pay attention specifically to how your body's moving, and not so much worrying about keeping up. With pivot kick routine, of course, we'll try to go slowly in the beginning, but as we do this more and more, we'll pick up speed. But for now, we're beginning with basics, so let's review. Heels together, hands at your side. Take a touch. Basic number one, stepping right side, punching right side. Back to your hips, step back to ready position. Ichi. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Opposite side. Ichi. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Basic number two, step forward right, turn your right fist at your hip, uppercut, back to your hip, step back to ready position. Ichi. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Hantai, opposite side. Ichi. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Basic number three, stepping forward right, punching left, back to your hips, step back to ready. Make sure you turn your hips. You develop force with basic number three with body torque. Ich, ni, sa, shi, go. Hantai, opposite side. This time it's going to be left foot, right hand. Ich, ni, sa, shi, go. Basic number 4, stepping forward with your right fist, with your right foot. Turn your left fist at your hip, uppercut. And you notice I'm dropping as I step forward, bending those knees a little bit and rising into them as I turn my body. So we're twisting and lifting with this strike. Make sure that you don't lift your heel off the ground for this. Your heel stays on the floor. You do the striking with the power of your legs. Ich, ni, sa, shi, go. Opposite side. Ich, ni, sa, shi, go. Ms. Johnson, can you come over this way, please? All right. So, we're moving on to basic number 5. I just wanted to make sure you knew what was occurring during this basic. The punch that's coming in first is going to be something to the center and a little bit high. And this is why when we step back, we bring our arm across this way to block that technique, something coming in straight. Now, it could have been with this hand, or it could have been with that hand. It doesn't matter. If it's straight, you block it by coming across your body. After I've done this block, and the hand was high, the next place she's going to want to hit me is low. So then that other hand comes in, and I'm going to block it from the outside and push it. Now I can strike. So it didn't really matter what hand. One was high and one was low. So it could have been this one high, and it could have been that one low. Right. Either way, block, block, and punch. Thank you. All right, stepping back right, block across your body, block in front of your leg, punch, stepping forward. Ich, ni, sa,
Make sure you blocked your front leg.
shi, go.
So block with the opposite arm of whatever foot step forward.
All right, we're going to do the opposite side. Do this with me. Step back with your left foot. Right arm comes across your body. Right arm also does a lower block. So now you have the right arm and the right leg forward. And then punch with the left hand. And then step forward. Ich, ni, sa,
Nice. Good job.
shi, go. Let's illustrate basic 6. Ms. Johnson, please come on over. So with the number 6, first we're smashing down and then we're blocking to the middle. So Ms. Johnson punching low with the first shot and I step back. Why do I step back? I want to give myself time to block. And if I step back, it takes her longer to hit me because I'm further away as I step. So I'm smashing down and then the other hand's coming in a little bit higher and I'm blocking to the middle. So first one low, second one high or middle, and then I get the punch. All right, stepping back with the right foot, smash down, block, and punch. Ich, ni, sa, shi, go. Opposite side, stepping back, smash down. So we're stepping back with the right foot, smashing down with that left arm. I'm sorry, stepping back with the left foot, smashing down with the right arm, doing a middle block with that same right arm, and then punching with the left. Ich, ni, sa, She. Go. Number 7, come on over. So, basic number 7, Miss Johnson's punching. We're going to say that the punch is somewhere between here and here. As that punch comes in, I do an open hand middle block, like this, open hand, and I grab. So I'm stepping back as the punch comes in, open hand middle block, and I'm grabbing. From that grab, I'm doing a palm heel to the body, to the torso, to the ribs, bang, smashing the ribs. If I do it on the other side, so you can actually see it, when that punch comes in, I am blocking, open hand middle block, and I grab, and I pull in the palm heel strike. Your fingers have to be to the side in order to do the strike to the ribs or to the torso anywhere, right? Different when we do number 8, which is to the head, but same concept, palm heel strikes as you pull them in. Thank you. All right, number 7, step back right. When you step back, you're gonna stack your fists on that right hip, open hand middle block with your left arm, and pulling into palm heel strike to the ribs. Ich. Ni. Sa.
Keep your fingers to the side.
Fingers
Fingers to the side. There you go.
Go. Opposite side. Step back with your left foot. Catch on the left side. Open hand middle block. Pulling into a palm heel. And as you see, my fingers are pointing to the side. To the side. Ich. Ni. Sa. She. Go. Basic number 8, same concept. Step back, catch, open hand middle block, palm heel to the face. Now my fingers are up and back, up and back. Ich. Ni. Sa. She. Go. Hantai. Ich. Ni. Sa. She. Go. Mrs. Levitz is nodding in approval. That means you're all doing well. Moving on to basic number 9. Ms. Johnson will help me demonstrate again, please. This time the punch is coming straight for my head. When that punch comes in straight for my head, I don't want to be here. I also don't really want to back up that much because she'll follow me and try to hit me in the head. So when that punch is coming for my face, I want to be over here. But that's not good enough because she might clip me. So when that punch comes in, not only do I go over there to the corner, but I pick up my arm to block my head. On the other side, punching, I step out, pick up the arm to block my head. And this is for a punch coming straight to the face. After that punch, let's show it from this angle. You can be in front of me. When that punch comes in, going off, and then strike back towards the center. I have to go back to where she was. I used to be here, now I'm here. I have to punch there. Step forward with the right, block with the left, twist back to the center for the punch. Ich. Ni. Sa. She. Go. Hantai. Stepping left, blocking right, turn back to the center for the punch. Ich. Ni. Sa. She. Go. With number 10, I'm going to hit Miss Johnson in the face. So this time, maybe a wide punch is coming from my head. With this one, I'm going to move in. It's safer for me to be inside when she punches because I won't get hit with her fist. The worst that'll happen is I'll get hit with her arm. But either way, I'm going to bring that elbow up. Then I'm going to hammer towards the face. And then I recoil and I punch to the center. If it's on the other side, same thing. Stepping in, blocking my head, my elbows forward towards her nose. I smash down, recoil, and punch to the body. You're hurting my hand. You got rock hard abs. Stepping forward right, point the elbow, hammer fist, and punch. Each. Knee. Stop. Shoot. Go. Expertly done. Opposite side. Stepping forward, elbow up, hammer in, punch. Ichi. Knee. Sa. Shoot. Go. And back to ready. Basic number 11. Stepping forward this time, I step forward right. My right hand, my right arm smashes down. No, wait, that's number 12. 11, inside middle, then lower. So stepping forward right, right arm inside middle, then lower, and then 5 punches all to the same place. Notice each time I bring my fist back to the hip after each punch. You don't want to be doing this. All the way back and all the way out, 98% extension, but bring it back 100%. Okay, stepping forward right, blocking down, not blocking in, down, and punch, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each. Knee. Sa. Shoot. Go. Hantai, step forward, block in, block down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 punches. Ichi. Knee. Sa. Shoot. Go. Number 12, the one I wanted to do the whole time. Step forward right, smash down with that right arm, middle block, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 punches back to your hip each time. Ichi. Knee. Sa. Shoot. Go. Opposite side, stepping forward, smashing down. Block to the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ichi. Knee. Sa. Shoot. Let's do middle. Smash down middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shoot. Go. Number 13, one of my favorites. Very lucky. Come on over. We'll show you with this angle. So that punch is coming in straight. Let's say it's coming in straight with the right hand. She's aiming for my center, stepping forward right, trying to reach me. As that punch comes in, I step out diagonally. Let's do that a little slower so you can see the step. I step out diagonally. So my foot moves forward and diagonal, and then the other one follows, and I still have them shoulder width apart, just one foot is more forward than the other. As that happens, it's not good enough just to move. I want insurance. The insurance is my parry. I move her technique out of the way. Then I'm going to do a hook punch to the body, and then a hook punch towards the head. Showing you from this angle. When that punch comes in, I move both feet. I get out of the way. I push the punch where I want it to go. Hook to the body, hook to the head. Using the top two knuckles. Thank you. We'll do this one a few extra times. Each. Knee. Sa. Shi. Go.
Guess they're looking good.
Rope. Six. Hot. Keep. Two. Moving to the other side, step out, diagonal. I'm going to have that left arm parry. My right arm hooks underneath, my left arm punches to the head. Each. Knee. Side. Shi. Go. Rope. Six. Hot. Two. Two. Basic number 14. What's happening? I'll show you what's happening. Basic number 14. I could just say that I'm stepping forward, bringing my hand palm up across my body, my elbows in front of my solar plexus, and I'm striking towards the solar plexus, recoil. The other hand comes up and I'm striking the collarbone. Collarbone is very easy to break. All you have to do is put your weight into it and drop down, and you'll chop it. These are called shutos. Sometimes we say knife hand. So that's a very basic way to think of it. I move forward, my hand prepares across my body, palm up, strike towards the solar plexus, recoil, and then strike towards the collarbone or the clavicle. Now, she didn't do anything, so that's kind of messed up. But the preparation moves can be used. So if she's punching in towards me, I can bring that arm across to block that first shot. And after I block it, I'm free to strike low. So what if the punch is coming round? Well, if the punch is coming round, I did the first part. This is the second part where my hand comes up like this. If you notice, change the angle a little bit. As that hand comes towards my head, doing this, the preparation for the chop down blocks it very well. And then I can ride her arm down and I still get to hit it. So step forward right arm across the body, shuto out, solar plexus height. It recoils, the other hand comes up, shuto down. Ichi. Ni. Sa. Shi. Go. Rope. Sichi. Hot. Two. Ju. Hantai, opposite side, step forward left arm across the body, shuto out, recoil, other hand comes up, shuto down. Each. Ni. Sa. Shoot. Go. Roku. City. Hot. Two. Two. Our final basic, number 15, looks like this. I'll show you from the side to better illustrate. I'm going to step back with my right foot. My right foot turns sideways when I step back. The left foot slides back a little bit also. I take almost all the weight off of that left foot, my front leg. Both knees are bent. The left knee's bent a little bit more. Why? Because my heel's up off the ground. All of my weight is on my back foot, 90% of it, I'd say. And then your hip sticks out past the plane of your body. So if somebody were grabbing you, you could strike them low with your hip in this position. It also changes the shape of your body. So if you had a bear hug around your arms and you made that shape, you turn your body a little bit, it makes it hard for them to hold on to you. Once you do that, your arms shoot out in front of you. So you've made room behind you by shoving your hips back, and you've made room in front of you by bringing your arms forward. This is the arm position. The one on the bottom, which is on the same side as the foot you stepped back with, is palm up. The one on the top, which is on the same side as your front foot, is palm down. They're crossed in front of you, and then when you do that elbow strike, you are going to lift and almost completely straighten your legs so that not only are you hitting backwards, but you're also driving up and back with that strike. And it's good to hit somebody upwards because gravity wants to hold your body down. So if you're striking somebody upwards, it's kind of like you're hitting them using gravity as your friend who's holding you. So step back with that right foot into cat stance. Cross your arms in front. The right one's going to be on the bottom. Looking behind you, make sure it's not grandma. And then strike with the elbow. Tight up into your armpit with that fist so your elbow's nice and sharp. Stepping back on the right side. H. Knee. San. She. Go. Roku. City. Hachi. Ku. Ju. Hantai, opposite side. Ichi. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Roku. City. Hachi. Ku. Ju. Moment you've all been waiting for, patiently pivot kick routine. I hope you're as excited as I am. Heels together, hands at your side, eyes straight ahead. You're facing the back of me. That's good because we're all moving in the same direction. It'll be more difficult to get lost. Step back with your right foot, hands tight in front. First kick with that right leg is straightforward kick. Right. Look left, turn on your left foot. Pivot on that left foot, and the right foot comes around to be at the rear again. You turn 90 degrees. Next kick is a side kick with the ball of the foot, still with that right leg. We don't kick with the left yet. Turn that foot, cat stance, kick ball of the foot. Look to your left again. Pivot on the left foot, bring that right foot in and out. And now we do a side blade kick. We did 2 kicks that way. We're going to do 2 kicks this way. First side blade. Then we look. We're going to pivot again. And now we're going to throw our second kick in that same direction, the back kick. Bring my knee up, bring the heel out, bring my knee back up, and then put the foot down. And now I do my final pivot to the front again to begin with straightforward kick. Look left, Pivot on the left, right foot comes in and out to be behind you.
When you pivot, think about the foot that doesn't move as you're nailed in by the ball of your foot. So don't be turning on the heel of your foot, but the ball, like near the toes. That's where you want to pivot. Yep.
My right foot moves, my left foot just spins. All right, straightforward kick. Ice! Look and pivot. Side kick. Knee! Look and pivot. Side blade kick. Side! Look and pivot. Back kick. Shoot! Look and pivot. Straightforward. Each! Look and pivot. Side kick. Knee! Look and pivot. Side blade kick. Side! Look and pivot. Back kick. Shoot! Look and pivot. Straightforward. Each! Side. Knee! Side blade. Side! Back kick. Shoot! Straightforward. Each! Side. Knee! Side blade. Side! Back. Shoot! Each! Knee! Side! Shoot! Now we switch feet. You're only going to be kicking with your left foot. Your left foot is behind you. Each time you pivot on the right. So we'll just do the pivots for a second. Look to the right, pivot on that right foot, bring your left foot in, and then back. Look to the right again. Pivot on that right foot, bring your left foot in, and back. Look to the left again for the third time. Pivot on that right foot, bring your left foot in and back. And then the fourth and final time to complete the 4 kicks, look to the right, pivot on the right foot, bring your foot in and back. Starting with a straightforward kick, left leg. Each! Side. Knee! Side blade. Side! Back. Shoot! Each! Knee! Side! Shoot! Each! Knee! Side! Shoot! Each! Knee! Side! Shoot! Each! Knee! Side! Shoot! And your Sugiyaki, that's relaxed position. So that's pivot kick routine. Practice that and practice your basics 1 through 15. After basics and after this basic kick routine that we do, the next thing is working on forms. We have 2 small forms called pin-on. During this class, not this one, but during this group of classes, you'll learn that first form. Next class, Mrs. Levitz will probably start us all on pin-on number 1, and that would be a great day. For now, we're going to work on wrist lock a little bit. So first, the demonstration. We did this earlier when talking about Aikido. Everything's on the same side in the beginning. What I mean by that is if I get grabbed on my right shoulder, and you can do this with me, pretend somebody's grabbed you on your right shoulder. Hold it with your right hand. I'm holding it to myself. I got grabbed on the right, I hold with the right. I step back with the right foot. I want her off balance. I didn't bring the left hand up yet. Then I peel the hand off of me. The other hand comes up to help. And when the other hand comes up to help, you can even make an X with your thumbs. You don't want to bunch your fingers up over here on the wrist because then you've made it difficult to bend. So I only use a couple of fingers, my pinky and my ring finger. The other ones, pachoon, pachoon, I leave sticking out. After I've unbalanced and brought that hand to my center, I'm pushing down on the hand as I pull up on the wrist, making sure that her palm faces the floor and I keep it close to me. This does nothing to Miss Johnson except make her laugh at me. Center, push down on the hand, pull up on the wrist. When it hurts, she taps. If she doesn't tap, there's ouchie noises. So one more time. Grab. I got grabbed on the right, I hold with my right. I step back with my right. I peel the hand off with my right. Finally, the left one comes to help. I bring it to my center. I push down on the hand, pull up on the wrist. She taps, I stop. And do it with us. Now Miss Johnson's turn. I grab her on the right, she holds with the right, steps back with the right, peels that hand off, other hand comes up to help, pulls it to the knot on her belt, pushes down on my hand, pulls up on the wrist, and when it hurts, I tap. Okay, I'm watching you stand up, let's see you do it. I grabbed you on your right shoulder. So since I grabbed you on your right shoulder, you're gonna hold my arm, hold my hand with your right hand, step back with your right foot to pull me off balance, peel that hand off with your right hand. The other hand comes up to help. You're gonna make this sort of thing. And then you're gonna pull it into your center and then push down on the hand, pull up on the wrist. Ow, stop. All right, other side. I'm grabbing onto your left shoulder. You're gonna hold it with your left hand. Step back with your left foot to pull me off balance.
Put your hand, Miss Hoban.
Peel the hand off. The other hand comes up to help. Pull to your center. Push down on the hand, pull up on the wrist. I tap, you stop. Okay, right side, go. Not too shabby, folks. Make sure, not down this way, but when you bend it close to you. All right, arm bar. That's another technique that we do from a shoulder grab. The first time Miss Johnson grabbed me, it was a straight grab. What I mean by that is she goes from the shoulder on that side to my shoulder on this side. For arm bar, we practice it from a cross grab. So I take my right hand and grab onto her right shoulder, and that goes across her body. So she's gonna hold my hand to her, just like wrist lock in the beginning. She got grabbed on the right, she holds with the right. She's gonna step back with the right to make sure I'm off balance. And then she's gonna find my elbow. It's the knobby, crusty thing. And she has to roll it to point it up with her hand. And notice her elbow goes up when she does that. It has to, because if she doesn't do that, she won't be able to push down on my elbow to make my arm bend in the wrong way. So go ahead, she pushes down on the elbow, but keeps the hand on the shoulder. And when it hurts, I tap. One more time. I grab Miss Johnson, she holds me. She got grabbed on the right, she holds with the right. She steps back with the right. She finds my elbow with her left hand and rolls it so my elbow points upward. Her elbow also points upward. Push down on the elbow, and I tap. When you work this with a partner, here are things you'll be tempted to do. You'll be tempted to go like this. This doesn't bother her at all. You get the most out of it when you're standing up straight and pushing down on them. Make sure you stand up straight, make sure you roll your elbow to the top. All right, do it with us one more time. You got grabbed on your right, hold with your right. Step back with your right. Find the elbow with your left hand. Roll the elbow so it points up. Your elbow points up too. Push down on the elbow. Okay. Miss Johnson's going to attack you. Use your right arm, grab their right shoulder. Go ahead, let's see. Make sure you step back after you grab. Find the elbow, roll it, pull your elbow up, push down on that elbow.
You guys totally have it. You all have it.
Grab them on the left side, Miss Johnson, with your right hand.
Oh, I did opposite before. Which one do you want me to use? My right?
You're going to grab them on the left. Go ahead, use your left.
Okay.
Hold it to your left, step back with your left. Find the elbow with your right, roll the elbow.
Mr. Senanaka, can you step back a bit? Because I can't see your arms. Okay, well, what shoulder did they grab?
Push
Okay,
down.
that one stays on your shoulder and the other one goes on their elbow.
You're me over here. She's grabbing me here on my left. I hold with my left, I step back with my left, I roll that arm with my right, push down on the elbow with my right. Get him again. Left side, their left. There you go. Your right, your left, to their left. Go ahead.
My left to their
Yeah,
left?
your left to their left. This is my
Oh,
left.
that's right.
Yeah,
Oh my
okay.
God.
You got grabs on the left, hold with the left, step back with the left, grab with the right, roll that elbow, push down on the elbow. Ah, you're hurting.
All right, you want to have your hand higher than your other hand. That's on always higher. So if both hands are too low, it's not going to hurt them.
At the end, you should be looking like this instead of like this. So the hand that grabbed onto the hand stays on your shoulder as much as possible. And the one that you're using to roll the elbow and push down with, that goes all the way down. This technique is in many karate forms. It's an arm bar. It's a great technique to do for self-defense. But remember, on the street, people don't tap. So this arm bar becomes an arm break. So in reality, if somebody was grabbing you, you'd hold onto that hand and smash the elbow in the wrong direction. You wouldn't roll it, carefully push down and wait for them to tap. But we work this in class very often, and if you smash their elbow in class, nobody wants to work with you anymore and you have no friends. I want you to have friends. Thank you. All right, we'll bow out class. If you could stay for a drink, that would be great. If you had any questions during that period, Mrs. Levitz and I would be happy to answer them. If you had any questions for Ms. Johnson, she actually knows a couple of things also. So we'd love to see you stick around for a drink, maybe soda, water, whatever beverage you choose. All right, heels together, hands at your side, to each other. Ready? Face pictures, please. Ready? Thank you, Mrs. Levitz.
Thank you, Mr. Donovan.
All
Hey,
right.
guys, I want to tell you how to navigate the website for a second, because I just did it. It's a little challenging, but if you want to look up the videos that we've already shown in class, and also we have videos from past classes we've done also, if you really want to get a good workout and cheat a little bit, look back at some stuff. So you go to I'm going to tell you how to do it real quick if you want. So you want to go to the website. It's a little tricky, I'm just saying. All right, so you go to tokarate.com and then you click on curriculum. All right, and then for curriculum, you're going to scroll through until you get to Intro to Martial Arts course, beginner, teen, adults. And then you're going to click on that. And then you're going to click on menu. And wait, hold on. I might be wrong. Wait, no, I am right. Okay. You're going to click on menu and you're going to go to